I'm Kimberly. Welcome back to Simply Living in a Small Town, or welcome if this is the first time you're watching. Thank you so much for watching. So, I am pretty far behind in a way, but now, from last week, that is, anyway, crochet wise. But I didn't get a video done for Thursday or Friday, and I'm so sorry about that. Things spiraled out of, like, it's just a time factor. So I apologize for that. That was not my intention at all. um I can't even remember. Friday, I do remember. I can't remember what happened Thursday, but Friday was extremely busy because my daughter went to her dad's, and there was, I had to take her and drop her off and or whatever. And but also I had to actually ride. Well, we had to ride with my husband to work, which was 45 minutes the other direction. We actually left early that day, early that afternoon, because we rode with him. And then we went and stopped and ate on the way through to dropping her off. And then we had to take a detour once we got down the direction. The road that I thought we would take, it was a highway, is closed. So anyway, we ended up being 15 minutes late. And then, oh, this reminds me now what I was doing on Thursday. So I was working on some paperwork, and it was really critical paperwork that I had to get filed by Friday. And I got most of it done late Thursday night, but then had to finish it up Friday. And I was trying to work on it here, and I hit enter. I was typing a word, I had typed several sentences, and I hit enter, and for whatever reason my husband's laptop decided to reboot on me. So then it wouldn't come back up, so I shut it off and turned it back on, and then it finally did come up. So at that point we had to just turn around and leave. So I packed the laptop up, the paperwork and all the stuff, and was gonna go to the library, finish it, and then take it, and then print it, and then fax it at the bank. Well, I got to the library, and after I dropped her off, I was pushing it all day, just hustle Friday again. And so get to the library, they're closed. And then I accidentally locked myself out of the vehicle. And so tried to stick my arm in, like, to unlock the door, because it actually has manual door locks on it. And then I realized, I tried that 3 or 4 times, realized my arm was not going to make it down to the lock. I was probably about, like that far from it. Then I go, wait a minute, I didn't lock the other door, did I? So I run around, and, well, I don't really run, but yeah. So I go around to the other side. Door was unlocked, and I'm like, oh, sigh of relief. So yeah, that was a very long day, and that's an understatement, because that was only like part of the day. Because then I came home, had to still finish the paperwork, got it done, got it submitted via email, because at that point there were no banks open or anything to fax. So did that, and then it was later in the evening at that point. So then I switched gears and went back to my crocheting and trying to work on some stuff. And then I was getting so tired, and I was not getting where I wanted to get. And I had to literally leave about midnight then, which, mind you, I was almost asleep in my recliner downstairs. So then I had to get up, and I had to drive 45 minutes to get my husband at work. So that was y'all, I'm telling you, I was like, Lord be with me. Because I was so tired. My eyes hurt so bad. I had been up since like 7, 8 o'clock that morning, and you know, I don't go out and get in the vehicle and drive anywhere at midnight. I mean, I don't like to drive at night because I have eye issues, so which thus the glasses, like, so yeah, I don't drive at night if I can keep from it. So yeah, here I am driving, you know, like 45 minutes, like towards Indianapolis, basically, which is the capital of Indiana. So anyway, I mean, I didn't drive quite to Indianapolis, thank goodness. It was bad enough, the drive that I took anyways. So I get there and get him picked up, and then I was, yeah, barely awake on the way home. And matter of fact, I as soon as we came in, I mean, I told my husband, I said, I'm going to bed, like, oh my gosh. And I say that, now mind you, we did not get out of, it's Greensburg where he works, is where it is. So he works at Honda, and that's in Greensburg. And so it's Honda manufacturing, where they make Honda cars, basically. So yeah, we didn't actually say that. By the time the parking lot cleared out enough and stuff, when we drove away and stopped at this gas station that was right down the street, it was already 1:30, y'all. So I'm not joking. Like, by the time I piled into bed, it was 2:30 in the morning. So I was beat. I mean, it was like, for me, it felt like I had been up about, 2 or 3 days in a row. So so I'm sorry for all that, that I didn't get some videos out. But I feel like I'm now ahead, though, for this week, to say the least, because I did what I wanted to do, in that I sat down over the weekend. Y'all, I took it easy over the weekend while my daughter was gone. I told my husband I'm just like not. I'm so tired. I slept in somewhat Saturday morning, as much as my body will allow anyway, which isn't, that isn't a lot. But at any rate, and then I took it easy over the weekend. So I sat and worked on quite a few things, and so I have a few things to show you here. And this is, basically all this last week's FOs, basically, or makes. So I had showed you that I was working on a hat for my daughter that was a granny square bucket hat. Now, mind you, I am making mine, though, in cotton. So, in other words, of course, it's not going to look like, the one that Crystal made in the tutorial from Bag O' Day Crochet. She did hers in acrylic, which I do want to go back and do that. The hat is so cute. And she has another couple of hats she's come out with recently, too, that are very cute, too. But she's got a lot of excellent tutorials. So, but anyway, this is what I have got now, if you can see it for the sun. I can actually put this on. Now, I modified this pattern too. So this is more like, I think it looks more like a sun hat, and my daughter put it on, and it looks super cute. To see if you can see that a little bit better. It did turn out really cute. I have a lot of rows of, what am I trying to say? Not extended. Oh my goodness. I'm having a moment today. Half double crochets. So here's up close. So that's the top. And I think it turned out super cute. She loves it, and that's all that matters. So like I said, I modified the pattern. The tutorial that Crystal did, it just was for an adult hat, so I did this one, different, because my daughter has a smaller head. And then like I said, I added all these rows then of half double crochet, so just to make it longer and whatnot too. So I think it turned out really cute. And the yarn is, now that's something else. I did not get to stop, so I did not stop at Walmart to pick up more of this yarn. I thought to myself, you know what, I think I have some more of that yarn. So I went and looked real quick. I have these little cute buckets in my office downstairs that I got from Dollar Tree. They're like all different colors. And they are full of little balls of yarn that, you know, like cotton. So I went down there and looked. Now if that'll focus, because the sun is bright. There we go. Now this ball here, what's odd, this is the exact same as the one I showed y'all the other day that I started with at the top of this, where it's very bright. It's kind of weird because, so the ball that I was working with, the first one, looked really, really bright. But then when I got this one out, it's the exact same. This is the sugar and cream Lily, what's it called? Lily something here. I don't even have the thing. You know, the Lily sugar and cream, or what did you get at Walmart? Anyway, and the color is Fleur de Lavender, which I assume is probably translate to lavender, I guess, or something. But anyway, the other ball that I started with was the colors. It's all the same colors, but it was a lot brighter. I looked at this and I was like, oh, that's the same, because, you know, the colors are the same, but the colors are more muted in this ball. So it's fine. I didn't run out till like somewhere down here. So, you know, obviously I have that much left. So I didn't need, I only used a little more than one ball is what I'm saying. So anyway, so that is done. And I had told my daughter, I said, I think this is going to be nice, like when we go to the beach, which we should be doing here before too long again, because we go every year. There's actually a beach like 45 minutes from us that we go to normally every summer, and we love doing that. So I thought this would be super cute for that. I might, well, actually I was planning on making one for myself too, for the same like thing. So anyway, there's that. I had got that done. And then I went back to, as most of you know, if you've been watching, I've been trying to go back and finish up stuff that I had started, you know, earlier this year. So I went back and got this set of leg warmers done. And see if that'll adjust here. Yeah. And these are my daughter's. And she's already had these on. So obviously she has already for real had them on last night. So yesterday was kind of chilly and whatnot, but once we got back, I was showing her, I showed her her hat, and I showed her these leg warmers. I said, oh, wait till you see this. So I wanted her to see them and try them on, and she loves these. She's like in love with these. She said she loved the colors and everything. So she put them on, and oh my gosh, y'all, they look so cute. And she told me, I can't wait to wear those to school next year. So obviously she doesn't need them now, but she did actually leave them on for a while last night. It was pretty funny because it was actually chilly last night, which I say that, you know, it got down to like 62, I think. So chilly compared to, you know, like today is like 81 or 2 or something. So it's hot, but it's very humid and stuffy today. So anyway, obviously she doesn't need these anytime soon, but nonetheless, I feel happy that they are done. Now this yarn here, which y'all know, again, if you've been following along, I don't love Red Heart, especially the the ones like the variegateds and like this. I love the colorways. Now, it's not that I don't love, I love the colors, okay? I don't love the feel of the yarn. Now, I'm good with, like, if it's a solid color, I don't mind that Red Heart's a little stiffer. Like, I am good with that. Like, I have no problem with they're just solid colors. But it's their variegated ones like this that are multicolored. So, this is the Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo Stripes in the color Bright Stripe. And I will show you here. Let me tell you real quick so that you can get an idea, because I know a lot of people do use Red Heart yarn, that is. Somewhere here I had seen it. 482 yards, which is, you know, that's quite a bit. So this is what I wanted to show you. This, which, yeah, it kind of looks a little bit of a disheveledness now. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to show y'all is that this is how much I have left. Like, I have, you know, I have a decent amount of this skein left, okay? And yeah, this is part of it. So but anyway, I have a decent amount of that left that I could, you know, I'm thinking about, in other words, making like another set for myself out of this, just because, oh my God, I love the colors. Now, speaking of that though, I am going to buy, they have, Premier has a Sweet Roll Vivid, and I can't remember what it's called, the colorway, but it's these colors. And I am currently using Sweet Roll Vivid on another project that I will show you like Wednesday probably. And that yarn, it's the second time I've used it, and I mean, it's just so soft. Y'all, this is pretty, but it's just very scratchy. Like, and I don't like it. I love the colors of it. I don't like the feel of it. And it's just, so anyway, but I do want to use the rest of this up. So, I mean, y'all, I'm going to use it up. It's like, scratchy or not, I'm going to use it. You know, so there's that. So, and, oh, I'm sorry, let me back up for just a second. So, two things. So, this tutorial for these leg warmers is, I will put it in the description box. It's, I guess it's Sirin's Crochet, I want to say. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced. It's SIRIN''S Crochet. And that was the leg warmers. But then, as I told you, the hat is the Granny Square Bucket Hat tutorial by Bag O' Day Crochet. So again, both of those will be in the description. And now, this is the hook I use for the leg warmers. Now, I have, so this is a Dollar Tree hook, okay? I like them. I have 3 of them. I bought these last year. And I'm telling you what, for little cheap hooks, like, you know, I prefer my Susan Bates, but I'm telling you, like, these aren't bad. So this is the hook I used on the leg warmers. I used a 5 hook, and which is an H hook, but it doesn't say that on here. It just says 5.0 millimeters because it's just a generic, you know, cheap hook. So the hat I used 5 millimeter hook on, and I used a 5 millimeter Susan Bates H hook. So there's that. And then I have, yeah, one more thing to show you here. So I made Cinnamon Stitches, put out a tutorial last year that was how to make like a little set of cherries. And I wanted to do it last year, so I had went and got the yarn. So this no longer has the tag on it, the label. I think I left it in a tote that I grabbed it out of the other day. But this is Hibiscus. It's the Premier Parfait Chunky. And then I got this green here for the stem that's like trying to come apart here. You can see that. That even still smells like Hobby Lobby. Now this green is the Baby Bee Adorable mint in the colorway Mint Charm. So, but this is what I have left now after I made one cherry. Let's see if we can get that to focus better. There we go. Now I think this is super cute, y'all. This is my second amigurumi ever. And I am proud of myself because at first I was like, I don't know, I had to start over like 3 or 4 times originally in the very beginning. And then I got going and I was good. It didn't take very long at all. I did this, so yesterday morning, no, Saturday morning, I made this. Now, the only thing is I've only made one. And she made a set of 2. I'm still probably going to go back and make like another one to go with it. So, I wanted to, I've had that yarn put back since last, like, summer to do this. So, my favorite, this actually reminds me of something. My favorite is cherries. Like, I love like all fruits, but cherries are my favorite. Like, so like when I was a kid, my grandma would, like, she made pies a lot, but she would make cherry pies, and she would always tell me like, I made cherry pie for you, Kimmy. Like, it was always so sweet. And my grandma and grandpa actually had cherry trees, and I would go out and pick. So that was the cherry pie. Like, my grandpa and I would go out and pick fresh cherries, and I would eat some while we were picking them. And yeah, there was, some of them would be pretty tart, but then we would take, like our palin or what, and my grandma would make a cherry pie for me. So cherries it reminds me of my grandparents. So they were very resourceful people, and they had a lot of fruit trees, and they had huge gardens every year. So they had, a lot of stuff that they also, my grandpa was a beekeeper and had his own beehives. So he had honey, he raised cattle and would have those, processed. So and then share like with the family. So when I was a kid, we always had steaks. Like, I didn't realize that like that wasn't normal. I've realized more recently, I didn't realize that wasn't, in other words, like, not all kids were eating steak, like I got to eat, because, they didn't have it and couldn't afford it maybe. So, and my grandpa provided, a lot that way. So, anyway, I wanted to do the cherries, and of course I think of the grandparents that I'm talking about. That's my grandpa that built the building that I'm currently living in. So it's like, I think of him. I think of them daily, but especially my grandpa was like, he was really like, basically like my brother and I's dad, really. He just taught us a lot, did a lot with us. And so anyway, the cherry pies, I still, that's my favorite. So anyway, I'm probably gonna make another cherry. It didn't take very much yarn. And yes, I'm probably going to make another one, even though my husband, I showed him this the other morning when I was done, y'all. And he looked at it. I said, it's a cherry. And he goes, oh, I'm just like, it's okay. That's fine if you don't see it. Oh my gosh, you know. But I thought, how cute would it be too? Now, Cinnamon Stitches talked about how, you know, you could use blue yarn and make it a blueberry, which I think is a fantastic idea too. And I also love blueberries. I love fruit in general and pretty much most vegetables as well. But blueberries and cherries are really, I love. Even though cherries are still my very favorite. But so then I got to thinking about that, you know, the other day. And I thought, oh, I told my husband, I said, you know, that I could make it a blueberry. And then I was like, you know what would be cute too? I could make it like bright red or dark red, like one of the big delicious tomatoes, ripe tomatoes, you know. And then I said, or it could be a pumpkin and I could do it orange, like, you know. He's like, uh-huh. It's okay though. I know, right? It's just like, it was fine. But yeah, I laughed. I was like, I said, I'm going to do that. I'm serious. Like, I don't have to do it right now, but I just think that would be cute. Like, you know, to put them out. It's adorable. So I do, as you saw, have it literally, I want to say, now the hibiscus yarn, I can't tell you the yardage on it. I know the Adorable was 92 yards, but they're comparable. So I know there was about 100 yards a piece. Those are. What I'm saying is this does not take very much yarn because I have most of it still left. So anyway, I could for sure make another cherry, no problem. Now, this was a very fun learning experience. I am not an amigurumi specialist by no means at all. Again, like I said, this is the second, and this is the first time I've ever used this type of yarn, ever. And it is so soft. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I was rubbing it against my husband's face. I said, can't you feel that, how soft that is? And he's he just gets cracked up at me like, oh my gosh, she's crazy anyway. So, but I mean, it's the only second one I've ever done. I would like to make, you know, down the line. I've seen a bunch of stuff because I watch quite a few channels that do nothing but amigurumi, and I'm just, y'all, you know, they just amaze me because I'm like, y'all, man, that's incredible to make something look like some of the stuff that's looks so lifelike or looks so much like original character or something that's, you know, but anyway, it's a little bit of work to work with this type of yarn. Now, I didn't have trouble seeing the stitches once I got past like once I got started, basically, after, you know, like the very first or second stitch. But it's definitely different, and it's something I would like to make some here and there, just, you know, because just because I would like to. There's one I saw before that it's a Hello Kitty that I would love to make for my daughter. It's like so cute. So I would like to try my hand at, but I'm not going to put it's never going to be my specialty, y'all. I'm not an amigurumi artist, so. But nonetheless, this was fun. So, I mean, you know, something different, and I love it. So I was so thrilled with that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you again so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. It means the world to me. God bless y'all, and bye.